People always say that high school is the most memorable time in their life. And they are right. It is so memorable and beautiful, it made us forget about the next step. The next step, university. Luckily, I was able to
We always like to say that the future is still miles away. Therefore, we tend to forget about it. But after this place, it all changes.
Because of this place, I feel more reassured about the future. The grand name of Agung Podomoro makes me feel excited about the internship that I'm about to experience. Because people always say that high school is the People always say that high school is the most memorable time in their life. And they are right. It is so memorable and beautiful, it made us forget about the next step. The next step, university. Luckily, people always
Song hari esok meraih cakrawala, ciptakan peluang, jangan menyerah.
Kelihatan semangat, mari bermanfaat, membangun negeri, membangun Nusantara.
People always say that high school is the most memorable time in their life. And they are right. It is so memorable and beautiful, it made us forget about the next step. The next step, university. Luckily, I was able to find a place where I could study and still make good memories.
We always like to say that the future is still miles away. Therefore, we tend to forget about it. But after this place, it all changes.
Because of this place, I feel more reassured about the future. The grand name of Agung Podomoro makes me feel excited.
but they can't see the language as clearly as I can.
Mhm.
They could hold an interview, but they're unable to sort of know how well that person speaks or understands the language. So to some extent, certification in an employment context is really useful in countries where the first language is not English, because it enables them with confidence and without any bias to have an external party to say, I can certify from an independent perspective that this person's language is at this level. So that's where it sort of that's certainly one of the strong points. It does also work for companies where English is the first language, but often there it is used in screening at an early stage. So you just quickly work out, I have 1,000 applicants. I can see from the certification that these 200 have reached the level, these 800 haven't reached the level. So then I only bring these 200 through to the next round, and the others, I don't know.
Eliminated.
Maybe, or please go and get a certification to help with your application. Yeah?
Get back after get certified. Yep. Thank you, Mike.
Okay.
So that's a very insightful sharing.
Okay.
Guys, stay tuned. If you have question for Mike, put it on the chat box and we will get back soon. Yeah. So next, we will move on to more specific. If all of you already heard what Mike said, that certification is play major role in the selection process. So we would like to ask now for Mr. Tony, who are the country manager of English Core Indonesia, regarding what is it exactly is in English Core? Why is the new instrument? So what is the different from the other existing instruments of the language, especially English certification? So let me share with you the next session. It's sorry. Yeah. We are welcoming Mr. Tony. Now, guys, apparently Mr. Tony is also from the same university with Mike from Cambridge. So Mr. Tony also have experiences in Indonesia in several institutions and companies like Panin Bank and also many before he joined the British Consuls. So we would like to hear from you, Mr. Tony. How about the English score itself? This is something from different from British Council, right?
Hello. Yes, Pak Felix. We're actually one of the assessment English test from British Council, and we're actually the most affordable, and it mapped really well, really specific to the each skills. And it definitely can be used for employability.
Definitely can be useful for employability, sir. Okay.
Yes.
So, guys, now we will hear more and deeper about the English score from Mr. Tony. Mr. Tony, you can share the presentation now. Thank you, sir.
Sure. Thank you for your time, Pa Felix. Thank you for the wonderful speech from Bapak Rektor. Thank you again, Bapak, for your attendance and your nice words. Thank you, Michael Curry, for giving us a helicopter view about employability and what exactly the vital requirements for actually working or being in the workforce, not only in the global but especially in Indonesia as well. And I'm here. I'm excited to introduce you to English Core. We are the Global Certificate of English for Employment. I hope all of you can see my presentation.
Great stuff here, sir.
Sorry. Okay, sorry. Yeah. Okay, hopefully you can see clearly. Oh, sorry. Yeah. As mentioned by Mike, so British Council is a co-owner of IELTS. We're global authority in English language teaching and testing. We operate operations in 110 countries. As I mentioned, the assessment definitely coming from the expert. British Council have British Council IELTS. app tests, and what we are trying to introduce today is British Council English Core. We had a mobile test and a certificate for 40 minutes. And we had the global test and certificate of English for employability. English course itself has been used for over the 22 million users per year, with a growing directory of over 1,000 institutions. We are growing in employer engagement program, and we're partnering with government departments all over the world, and specifically in Indonesia. So we're working closely with Ministry of Education and Ministry of Higher Education. And when Mike or Pak Felix mentioned about developing a teacher ability is a part of building education itself in Indonesia. So we are now being used by the Ministry of Education in the teacher training program. We're actually mapped 2,064 English core tests for all English teachers all over Indonesia for baseline level of English, and potential to roll out as a mandatory test for Ministry of Education. And on top of that, we are one of the requirements for a scholarship from Ministry of Higher Education for talent scouting program. So English core recognized as a prerequisite for entry among IELTS and TOEFL. Participants go on take IELTS for study abroad and access, of course, the discounted certificates specifically for talent scouting program. And we are used by ILO and for polytechnics all over Indonesia, for MAP students, of course, for polytechnics. And we are partnering with East Java governments as well. So I think we can see that our cooperation with ministries are growing in time. Okay, so what actually English Core? So we are a trusted and accurate mobile test. We are live in 150 countries, adding 2 million users per year. We are 40 minutes adaptive tests with instant result. We are designed by world leading assessment expert, and we are assessing reading, listening, grammar, and vocabulary. And we're available in 150 countries, and Indonesia is one of them. So hopefully Indonesia will beat India in no time. And this is the sample. I mean, if you're deciding to try and to join the 2,000 users all over the world, you can see this is the sample of grammar and vocab test, reading and listening. And by the end of the test, you will easily get your English core level. So, okay, this is the English core equivalent to existing global standards. If you're eager to have a certificates from English core, there's a minimum level or score that you actually have to achieve by above 200, then you will receive a certificate. So it's easy to map. The level our English core rank from 0 to 599. So for an example, if your English core level is 300, it easily mapped to CFR around A2 to B1, and it mapped to TOEIC 550 to TOEFL ITP around 460, and to IELTS at 4. We are the world's only mobile proctor English test with our front-facing camera used to check for cheating. I think Pak Felix and all the respected students and Pak Rector easily can see that in our certificates, in our apps, they're actually a random photo check. So along the test for 30 to 40 minutes, our AI camera will capture your picture along the test. So it's definitely going to avoid the cheating. And rotating item banks, 1,000 of them, ensure that the users cannot anticipate the answers. And certificates has a unique ID and can be secure, verified. Okay, and we are proud to announce that we are actually approving Podomoro University as one of the 50 approved partner all over Indonesia. So for now, Podomoro is one of the 50 university in Indonesia to become our approved partner. And So it enables students to issue the certificates easily. So how easy the program will be, then Podomoro University can invite all of the students that attend here to take the test. The student can take the test and get the results. The student will purchase the certificate as easy as that student can buy from Podomoro University, or they can pay by themselves. And the proud certificate that you gain, you can share it in the LinkedIn, and it will enhance job prospect. The beauty of our partnership, I think this is very important for us to convey, that your certificate will be issued co-branded certificates from British Council, English Core, and from Podomoro University, and unique voucher code to be sent to your institution. And students, the one that attend here, will benefit from our privilege rate 50% of this academic year, from $20 to $10. Dari 289.000 ke 144.500. And all the results come through the dashboard. So your code will actually enable Pak Felix or the university to see your name and email addresses. They can see your CFR level. They can see your English core divided by skills, your photo to confirm identity, and the date that the test was taken. And the data can be easily viewed, filtered, and explored based on university needs. Okay, so why this 50 university are choosing English core for the students? English core can be used as a standardized final test of English to complete a degree in Indonesian university, a globally respected certificate from British Council. Our certificate can be co-branded with Podomoro University. It's simple to administer remotely and large scale, and of course 2 to 3 times cheaper than all the alternatives in the market. The simple test will be enrolled in Podomoro University. There will be a practice test. There will be a real test. And by the end of the test, you will get your certificate. How to practice? It's very easy. You just can download it through your Android, to your iPhone, and Pak Felix and team will share the connect code, and your connect code will enable Pak Felix to see your data, meaning your data test taken, and your breakdown skills or level or score. By the end of the test, you're eager want to have the certificate because you can show it on the LinkedIn, you can share it in front of your families, and it's as easy as that. You can redeem it through apps, but I think Pak Felix, the students has to report to you first, so it will it will make Pak Felix life easier by know who taking the test, right?
Surely, sir. Yep.
Exactly. And I think the student, of course, can get the voucher code for the 50% discount this academic year. So this is a sample of the certificates. It will shows your picture, not my friend's picture, and it will shows your score, and it will perfectly show in the CFR level and compared to IELTS. Okay, I'm so happy to share this with all of you, and I can't wait to see Podomoro University students show their certificates in the LinkedIn. Thank you.
Fantastic, Tony. Thank you very much. Yeah, actually, in Podomoro University, we have cooperation with many industry, also together with Microsoft. So some of our students, we held the program like Microsoft Certified. They can put the result and also the logo on the LinkedIn. Now, guys, this is an opportunity to add on your resume on your curriculum vitae, better one with the English skills certificate, from British Council, which is English score. So I believe many have the questions for you, Mr. Tony. But before that, allow us to move on first to the other sessions.
Sure.
We will cater the question and answer session after this.
Sure.
But I think what Mr. Tony shared with all of us is quite clear. Yeah, guys. So It's very easy, and what makes it different is English score very practical. It's actually you can use it from your mobile application, whether it is on Android or it's on iPhones, and the process itself is quite straightforward, quite simple, and the beauty of all, it's quite affordable actually, yeah, compared to the other testing. And what makes us in university and also other lecturers actually surprised, guys, is this is a prop with the face recognitions artificial intelligence. So it prevents someone from cheating. So it actually can preserve the quality assurance. So if you want to take the test, we encourage you to take trial. You can try it first. And the beauty of all, if you are passing the grades, then you can consider about whether to paying or not. So you don't have to pay it in advance and then you get disappointed. Oh my God, I don't pass. Yeah, you don't pass it. Okay, thank you very much. So before we move on to question and answer sessions, allow me to share again with our students one of the other additional tips if they would like to improve or try the opportunity of building a career overseas. So, my beloved students, you also already heard from Michael about the broad pictures, how English connect all of us and become a major tools in communications. And Mr. Tony already shared with you some of the alternatives of getting certified. So in this short session, I would like to also share with you about additional tips on building the career overseas. Yeah, Mike already shared this in the first sessions that you need to build one mastery skills. Yeah, preferable, which is rare or highly demanded in that country. So, for examples, what my students, you can also seek on the internet easily. Each country usually required a different kind of sets jobs, which usually they get from foreign workers, which is not fully fulfilled or easily fulfilled from their domestic workers. So some of the countries like Australia, and they have even a scarcity in secondary teachers, yeah, secondary school teachers. So this is something that you maybe can consider, or programmer or electricians and so on. So many data, different country has different highly demanded job. So do your homeworks, do your research. And then second one, you should research what is the popular job market in the said country. Yeah. Similar like before, Australia and China and Canada have a different kind of what is the most popular job in their country. Some of the data you can look, for example, since we have a friends from United Kingdom, I'm taking examples from the small business in United Kingdom's data. And then we also would like to encourage you to see the vacancy, to post your profile or job, get the job and resume on different kind of job markets. Every country have a different preferences or popular job market. For example, top 5 global is usually like Monster, Career Builder, LinkedIn, yeah. However, specific country might require a different kind or a preferable different kind of job marketplace. I can share with you guys in Thailand, for example. Thailand, the number one is actually JobsDB. Yeah, although it's quite similar, they are actually already merged with the same groups with JobStreet. However, JobStreet is number one in Indonesia, perhaps, and also Singapore, but quite different from United Kingdom. What is the most popular in United Kingdom, Mike? LinkedIn?
Yes, look, I recognize some of these. LinkedIn is very popular. Indeed is a big one. Monster is big in the UK. There is another one called Reed, which is a bit more of a local one. Equally, if you know the Australian region, there is Seek. We our equivalent in the UK is Reed. But these are some of the big ones.
Yeah, thank you, Mike. So, guys, every country have the most different preferences, yeah, in companies posting their job vacancies. So do your research. For example, if you are aiming for Japan, they have a different kind of job market which is popular marketplaces. Yeah, you can go and take a look at that. But globally, this is the 5 biggest in globally. And then next, find out more about the specific employer or company, their needs and their uniqueness, yeah, their corporate culture. For example, if you would like to work in a multinational company, even the same multinational company, what might be required in Nestle Indonesia, in Unilever Indonesia, in Procter and Gamble Indonesia might be different from those who are also same company but exist, for examples like in Europe, in France, and also in even in Malaysia, same with the Southeast Asia, but they have the different kind of rules and different kind of needs. But the corporate culture usually the same. And then next, what you can do, guys, is to visit the embassy for specific requirement of working permits. Yeah, or usually in every country they will have a private company who acts as a consultant. Yeah, for examples, this is just an examples. In Australia, Emigrate Australia, you can see the requirements of specifically how to get a working permit in Australia. And even in those country has a different kind of set of rules between the negara bagiannya lagi, ya, jadi between regions. So for examples, you can go to the government.uk. The government of .uk have tools for you to ease you to check whether you fulfill the requirement for working visa. Is that correct, Mike?
Yes, that's right.
Yep. Okay, so back to your English certifications. What Tony already shared with you is a big opportunity, guys. Make use of this because other test is great, but this is a test which you can easily take from your phone, mobile phones. Yeah, it's a free to test, and for Podomoro University students, 50% discount until August, our before our new academic year started. And then you can register later at the bit.ly /pux es English core, and you can starting to register starting tomorrow. Yeah, starting tomorrow. Unfortunately, not today. So, but yeah, as soon as possible, you can just enroll for it. The promo code and exam instruction will be sent to you after you enroll, after you register on the that link. Udah catat belum, guys? Silakan dicatat ya. Jadi jangan lewatkan kesempatan ini karena kalau sudah lewat dari bulan tersebut bayarnya 100% walaupun cuma $20 ya. Only $20, however, yeah, why not make use the promo session season while you can get half price discount. Sudah catat? Oke, good. Kalau sudah catat, Sir Felix juga ingin berbagi sedikit. So just to conclude everything, I would like also to remind all of you, especially our guests too, maybe you are from outside Podomoro University. We have the unit called Podomoro University Expertise Center. We help the many kind of trainings and skills that might helpful for you to build your career, whether it's locally or internationally, ranging from lifestyle skills such as beauty, and then also photography, to a business like multimedia and marketing, digital marketing courses, financial courses, investment courses. So basically, we will have this kind of services for you. Certifications, we have officially Microsoft certified partner. And then for language training, soon to be with English British Council, guys. For now on, you can take the English core tests and then many kind of other trainings. In the past, Podomoro University Expertise Center has held many kind of trainings, and we are happy to see the results and outcomes from our graduates. Okay, Ini juga yang mungkin boleh dicatat ya guys ya. Jadi untuk mendapatkan informasi terkininya silahkan aja follow IG kita gitu ya. So follow our IG PUX_training. If you have something to ask directly to me, feel free to contact me directly at the Instagram Coach Jason Felix ya. And also of course our beloved student body bem.pu, because they have so many great events that can enhance your opportunity and career. And I'm also encourage all of my students to join actively with the BEM, because besides the language certificate, other certificate that employer might see is how active you are while you are studying, what kind of organization, what is your activity, what you do, especially like for example, what is the impact activity that you have done while you are studying. Is that correct, Mike? So as an employer, besides the language skills or expertise, do you also consider about how they actively do their university life?
Yes, I think so. Yeah, we would take a number of things into account. So if we were taking sort of fresh graduates, I would be interested in their skills, what they've studied, their score. I would be sort of, but if this was all they had done, there'd be nothing on the CV. I would want to see what else is this person. Are they even if they're interested in things outside of the sort of academic or work sphere, do they have hobbies? Do they sort of contribute to other societies? This is going to give me a feel for how they are going to interact with the rest of the team. Are they the type of person who keeps themselves busy and does new things, or not? So absolutely. For those people who have not had much experience of work yet, we would look at the full picture of people's education experience, but there are other activities and their personality as well.
Beautiful. Thank you very much, Mike. Now, guys, this is the most maybe awaited session for you. Yeah, question and answer. You are free to ask, and whatever you think you need to know about building a career overseas or in enhancing your skills, especially language skills, particularly in English skills. So I get back to our, oh no, feel free to. Teams, do we have any question yet? Ah, nice, in the chat box. So let's see. Fendia was asking, are there any valuable tips to improve our English skills? Is it better to take classes or courses or be self-taught? Okay, questions to Mr. Mike. Mike, what do you think?
Well, listen, so firstly, I'd say I'm not a qualified English teacher. And so there are, if there's anyone who is an English teacher, I apologize for my answer, because English teachers, they're really good at answering these questions. Actually, I've seen a real mix, actually, and I think I've seen this advice before. Taking courses and classes are good. They create some structure. They have some good materials. You have access to teachers. So this is a really good way. But also self-teaching is also a fantastic way. And I think, as I understand it, even when you do a course and you work with a teacher, they will encourage you to practice and use other mechanisms. So self-teaching is great. It could be from watching programs, Netflix or in English with subtitles, reading the newspaper or books in English, taking the opportunity to speak amongst your friends or family in English. All of this is good. All of this is good. The more, for me, sort of something I believe in is just keep practicing. Practice the reading, practice the listening, practice the talking, practice the writing. The more you do it, the more it'll become easy for you to do.
Thank you, Mike. So, Fendia, is that answer your question? Hopefully, yes. Yeah, and not only self-taught. Now you can self-test it, self-test it under the proctor of the artificial intelligence in English score. So, another questions from Felice. Felice Livia, I want to ask, is it really important to have the test score, like example from 2-4 IELTS for working overseas, even if we actually can speak in English? Okay, I think this already been answered in the previous session by Mr. Mike, but yeah, can you elaborate more, sir?
Yeah, certainly. At the moment, actually, my first thought is that there will be the rules from the immigration authorities of certain countries. So certainly the UK, I think sort of Australia and other ones, you will need to have to show one of these certificates in order to meet the immigration requirements. And I think there are only a few exceptions to that. For example, if I wanted to travel to Australia, I don't think I would need to have an IELTS or TOEFL score because I would show that I am a national from an English-speaking country. But sort of, yeah, I think, for the visa sort of situation, absolutely, you will need a recognized certificate as required. And then when it comes to, if you're just talking about applying for the jobs, again, I would say it might well help you at that screening stage. So when you're applying, and if you can sort of instantly prove that you're at a certain level, then you might find it easier to get through to the next round. And then if you speak really well, then obviously when you reach that interview stage, then your interview will go very well.
Thank you, Mike. Yeah.
Okay.
So hopefully, Felice, it's already answered your questions. Yeah. In short answers, usually many of the countries, many of the immigrations already have set the requirements. And yes, of course, the score for the tested, especially for us who are not from country, who are not the native speaking for English, is required. Okay, move on to next questions from Michael. Michael, there are several different English tests in British Council itself. Yes, yeah. Even IELTS is also from the British government. And then are there many major differences in credibility of such tests? Mr. Tony, can you answer it, Mr. Tony?
Yes, yes, of course. So I think, Mike, you can add on. There's several different tests from British Council, as we I think mentioned on the presentation on the slides. We have IELTS. So IELTS actually it's an exam for study and migration. So it actually created for study progression, and it covered 2 hours and 45 minutes with 4 levels covered: reading, listening, writing, and speaking. And we have APTIS. APTIS is a comprehensive assessment of 4 skills. It's around 2 hours and 30 minutes. And what it makes it different, the British Council English Core, it's a mobile test and certificates. So it's more accessible because it can take everywhere, anywhere. And during this pandemic, I think this is one of the solution for us who want to stay at home or want to stay safe in the safe area of your house. Definitely is a solution because it's a 40 minutes map, vocab, grammar, reading, and listening skills. And I think with that breakdown, I think with English Core, for now, it's the safest and easiest way for you to see your reading, vocab, grammar, your grammar, vocab, reading, and listening skills through our apps, through English Core apps. So hopefully it answered the question.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Tony. Definitely hit the point. And I think it's also covered parts of the next questions about how the application is different from other testing apps. Guys, if you see one of the, on the presentation from Mr. Tony, one of the prominent one is the English Score is the only one in the mobile app testing market right now who have a digital proctor, yeah, for artificial intelligence. There's one of the differences. We have a digital proctor, yeah, using face recognition. So what is the other differences, Mr. Tony?
I think for now, rather than it's easy to take, our AI is very sophisticated with this front facing camera and really safe, secured. We have a unique ID, securely verified, and the most beauty of it, because we are in a collaboration with Podomoro University, I think the cheapest in the market, and it's certificate. It's not prediction. So I think you can use it by the end of your study for employability. It will be as easy as that. I mean, for an example, I already work for 1, 2, 3, 4 international corporation, and all of them by the I mean by before I even start the interview, way before that they ask for, say, do you have any international certification for us to map, so they will see, okay, so your English level at that level. So at that time, because I haven't familiar with English core, it actually cost me quite a lot. I mean, IELTS is, I think, around 3 million. So I mean, now, I mean, if you have this beauty of choosing the more affordable, I think by you having this English core test by 144,000, so it's like what, 10 times cheaper than IELTS. So I
Yep.
think, yeah, it
Definitely.
very makes sense.
Definitely.
So,
So.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. So hopefully it answered the question.
Mhm. Okay, thank you, Annabella Kanya. So, teams, do we still have any other questions? It's okay. If we cannot copy paste it, I will read it from the chat box. So, from Yani Cordova. Oh, okay. It's already shown. Yeah, this is, I think Mr. Tony can elaborate more about what is the area that specifically measured in English score. And then after that, we will move on to Brian. I consider myself to be quite good in listening and written English, but I find myself lacking in speaking skills. Will there be going a problem in for overseas?
Typically,
Yeah, this is actually what fall into the categories that Michael says it should be asked with the English teacher, yeah, about the tips to practicing. But however, in general, of course, we can practicing like what Mike said. Do not be afraid with so many things. The major point is getting yourself understood. Yeah? How people can understand you. It's not about the whether the pronunciation is perfect, whether the grammatic is perfect. However, it's about getting understood. That is the first step. But let us ask Mr. Tony first. So what are the areas that measured, sir?
Yeah, I think for English core, it maps very well in break down your skills from grammar and vocabulary through reading and listening. That will be specifically mapped in the English core apps.
Okay.
Felix, shall I answer these?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Please,
So
Mike.
I think, yeah, Tony mentioned that. I think we've covered it. 50% of the questions have a workplace context. So it might be, and 50% of the questions are a general English context. And Tony talked about there the abilities of grammar and vocabulary questions initially, and then moving on to reading comprehension. So can you understand the information that's being conveyed? And then listening comprehension. Can you listen and pick out the meaning of what people are saying? And I think here, this was Brian. I saw this in the chat. I can tell that I write English very well, but even from this question. So that's obviously very good. And you said, is it going to be a problem? You're lacking in speaking skills. I think actually, I would say you clearly have the ability to produce language and construct it very accurately. So it might just be a matter of practice and confidence. I think, is it going to be a problem when you're applying for jobs overseas? It depends which type of job it is. I think there are certain types of job where your ability to read and understand and write are more important. Even many of the subjects which Podomoro University covers, I can see this being the case. So, for example, if you're involved in some sort of design type industry, then I can imagine it's your written output is important. Your ability to read other people's input is important. However, I would say speaking for me is always going to be quite an important skill, because it's one of your important collaboration skills. It enables you to interact with other people in the office. It enables you to interact with potential customers, with potential suppliers. And so I would, if I were you, continue to practice and build your confidence. And I can say actually already, look, you have the foundations of a very good English. So it's just about finding that time to practice, improve your confidence. And actually, again, I think, sort of as Felix said, I think we do need a teacher to advise on how to do this. And maybe actually sort of Felix and Tony, as we help to connect Podomoro with the English language experts and British Council in Jakarta, then we can come up with some, well, either some courses, and if not, some other sort of answers to questions like this, so we can help people to find ways to practice on their own.
Perfectly. Actually, Mike, just yesterday I'm asking the same things with Mr. Tony. I'm asking about whether we can cooperate with the British Council for the educations itself, for the courses itself. Yep.
Right.
Thank you, Brian. That's a very good questions. And like what Mike says, you already have the foundations. What's more important is just be confident and practicing, keep practicing. Yeah. Okay, last questions. From Yanni Cordova. I can say that English would make a link to people in the world, but to get best English is not even, we have the option like courses. We must pay for job communication are different. Okay, so Yanni, I think I can help you a little bit on this. For example, regarding the learning and testing, if your barrier is about the budget, is all about the cost, yeah. So actually, you have so many options that you can fulfill by yourself. Yeah, there are many courses with the different kind of prices, and also the English testing with many different kind of prices. That's why Tony said, English score is the most affordable compared to other testing. If you are concerning about learning, even you can self-taught. Like in the previous questions from your friends and also answers from Mr. Mike, actually we have so many resources to learn. It's good if we follow courses, if we join and enroll in the courses. You will have a structured material, more comprehensive, and guidance from the lecturer. However, if there is not an option for you due to other factors, for example, like cost, you always can self-taught. Yeah, so don't give up. Anyone any of you, Mr. Mike or Mr. Tony, would like to add on these things, on this point?
Yes, I can answer both of the questions there. Again, we should try, Tony, to just ask the team to come up with some ideas. For example, I know there are some good resources from British Council. There is the Learn English website. There are a number of resources there which are free. There is a subscription-based product. It's about $10 per month that British Council have. It's called Learn English subscription, and that is a quite good value. There is also British Council have put some courses on FutureLearn, which is a platform. There are some English courses there, which I think are either free or they're very good price. So there are some good value courses if you have some. I'm going to answer the second question here. Actually, American or American English or British English? And I say it doesn't matter. I mean, even in the business that we have, we have people who have learned their English in America or Canada or in Singapore or Indonesia. And I think the point is it doesn't matter. Sort of the differences between British English and American English are only small anyway. And whether someone spells practice with a C or practice with an S, it doesn't matter. I understand what they're trying to say to me, and they understand what I'm trying to say to them. So just either one is good. What's important is to be able to communicate between different people.
Okay, thank you for your explanation, Mike. So, yeah, thank you, Yanni. Don't give up. And actually, we are working on that. At Podomoro University, we will try to provide you with an affordable English courses. Yeah, thank you. Okay, so I think we are limited to time. It's about time. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, Tony. Panitia boleh tutup dulu yang ininya, share screen-nya. Yep, terima kasih. So to sum up, guys, we have get many valuable insight from Michael and Tony today about how the importance of English and how can it affect your career prospect, yeah, building a global career opportunities. Hopefully you gain something positive and useful today, and then don't forget the opportunity to get your English. Right now you have to measure yourself. Where are you in current situation about your English skills? Where do you fall? So take the English core tests. Yeah, starting tomorrow, register on the Podomoro University's English core tests, and then we will contact you and give you the voucher code. You can download the application actually right now. Yeah, just visit and find it out at the app stores or the Android, Google Play, the application for the English course. So thank you for sharing, Mike. It's really nice to have you here. And also Mr. Tony, we will soon talk even deeper about how to provide the English services, English courses for our students. Participants and my beloved students, sorry kalau ada pertanyaan yang masih belum terjawab gitu ya. Nanti kita akan coba silahkan aja langsung DM langsung ke IG Sir, boleh. Nanti Sir akan jawab di sana. Ya, terima kasih. And I believe we have also prizes, door prize, and also vouchers. Guys, if you take the Podomoro University code, you get half price discount. However, if you win this prize in these sessions, yeah, we have 10 tickets. I think the MC will elaborate to you. We have 10 tickets. It's completely free, so you can get the test and you get the certificate for free. So I will return this session back to our beautiful MC. Thank you, Regina.
Thank you, Sir Felix, and thank you, speakers, for the insight. And now we will take some photo for our documentation. Teman-teman yang bisa nyalain kamera, yuk kita coba nyalain kamera dulu karena kita bakal sesi dokumentasi. Tapi jangan kemana-mana habis foto karena kita juga masih ada door prize, masih ada games, dan juga kita masih akan ngebagi-bagiin ada 10 tiket kupon sertifikasi secara gratis seperti yang tadi udah aku sebutin sebelumnya. Dan kita udah denger juga nih, sertifikasi itu bener penting banget ya ternyata. Karena itu juga berguna banget pada saat kita di dunia kerja nanti. Dan 10 orang yang beruntung pada hari ini akan dapat tiket sertifikasi secara gratis yang dimana seharga $20 normalnya. Gitu. Yuk teman-teman, yuk semuanya open cam dulu. So I would like to invite all of you, all participants and speakers, and also Sir Felix and Mr. Basil Ruru, to open your camera for documentation, and after this we will proceed to games and door prize.
Highlightnya cabut dulu, spotlightnya.
Oke teman-teman, kita mulai ya. Masih sedikit banget nih ternyata yang open kamera. Yuk teman-teman, open kamera hanya untuk beberapa menit aja.
Yeah, I see that some minutes ago we have the exactly 101 Dalmatian. Oh no, not Dalmatian, 101 participants. But right now we have 92. Yeah, it's okay. At the peak, I see that we have reached 112 participants in the last few minutes ago. Okay, committee, proceed. Sorry. Ada apa-apa barangkali? Sudah atau belum?
Oke, saya hitung ya. Satu, untuk slide pertama, 1, 2, 3. Untuk yang kedua, 1, 2, 3. Yang ketiga, 1, 2, 3. Dan yang terakhir, 1, 2, 3. It's that.
Oke teman-teman, terima kasih semuanya yang sudah menyalakan kamera dan maupun yang belum. Nah jangan kemana-mana dulu, seperti aku bilang sebelumnya kita masih ada hadiah nih 10 kupon yang benar-benar berguna banget, lumayan banget kan. Kalian bisa ikutin tesnya, kalau misalnya pass the score, kalian bakal secara gratis untuk sertifikasinya di mana normalnya itu $20. Nah, sekarang kita lanjut nih ke sesi games. Teman-teman kalau tadi kalian perhatiin pasti banget deh bisa memenangkan games ini karena 5 orang terpilih dari games ini yang menang akan mendapatkan voucher sertifikasi secara gratis dan juga saldo GoPay sebanyak 50.000, 30.000 dan 40.000. Nah, untuk link gamesnya ada di kolom chat. Yuk teman-teman langsung aja. Kita langsung aja join kuisnya ada di kolom chat. Lumayan banget kan, iseng-iseng siapa tahu kalian bisa memenangkan. Wah, udah ada satu nih.
Is the question hard,
Ayo
Regina?
yang lain nih, dari 90 sekian. Ayo join yuk, kita tunggu mungkin beberapa
Kuisnya
menit
pertanyaannya
ya.
tentang
Untuk
apa nih,
teman-teman
Regina?
semua pada join. Linknya ada di kolom chat ya. Diharapin teman-teman memakai nama jelas ya, supaya kalau misalnya memang menang, kita bisa meyakini bahwa itu kalian gitu. Kalau pakai nama bingung-bingung atau pakai nama temennya, nanti kita salah hubungin pemenangnya gitu.
So Regina, I believe the questions is quite easy if they follow, right? What is the question of this quiz?
Ya, untuk pertanyaannya langsung ada di device masing-masing, Sir. Jadi join nanti langsung kalau udah di start bakal ada di device masing-masing pertanyaan.
Susah nggak tuh? Tentang apa tuh?
Ayo guys, cepet-cepetan. Wah, kita udah ada 41 partisipan nih dari 86 ya, sayang turun lagi. Padahal kita belum bagi-bagi hadiah nih. Yuk teman-teman yang lain masih mau join, kita tunggu sekitar 2 menit lagi ya. Kita tunggu sampai 15.40 bakal kita start kuisnya. Aku ingetin lagi teman-teman untuk dimohon memakai nama jelas ya, karena bila kalian menang supaya bisa ketahuan siapa yang menang gitu. Jangan pakai nama samaran, jangan pakai nama temennya, nanti kita salah kasih hadiahnya. Sayang banget kan kalau kalian ternyata bener menang, tapi ternyata kita salah infoin orang karena kalian pakai nama yang kurang jelas gitu. Ayo 1 menit lagi, masih ada kesempatan, linknya udah ada di kolom chat, bisa langsung aja join. Selain dapat kupon, kalian juga bisa memenangkan GoPay loh sebesar 50.000, 40.000 dan 30.000 untuk 3 pemenang. Nah, lumayan banget kan? Lumayan nih bisa buat beli ayam, bisa beli pulsa mungkin. Mumpung lagi banyak diskon juga kan kayaknya di GoPay ya. Ayo 1 menit lagi. Udah ada 48 orang nih. Yuk kita buat sampai 50 orang mungkin ya. 1 menit lagi, 2 orang lagi. Dari 85 partisipan yang ada di Zoom. Oke, sayangnya nggak nambah lagi nih. Tapi kita langsung mulai aja ya. Udah 15.40 supaya kita nggak kelamaan juga. Oke, langsung start aja. Wah, oke nih udah ada rank board-nya. Michelle, waduh cepet-cepetan nih. Ayo guys, cepet-cepetan tapi yang benar isinya supaya bisa memenangkan. Ingat 5 orang yang terpilih yang jawabnya paling benar bakal mendapatkan voucher, sertifikasi secara gratis dan juga GoPay. Wah, sengit banget nih ya kayaknya nih ya. Semuanya lomba-lomba nih. Di posisi teratas ada si ganteng. Waduh, si ganteng siapa itu? Nanti kita bingung nih carinya si ganteng siapa. Yang ganteng banyak tahu, bukan kamu doang. Iya, di posisi teratas masih ada MS nih, disusul sama Kristabella Vania. Waduh, sayang banget MS, kamu turun ke posisi kedua. Ayo, Michael Samuel. Ada Dela. Waduh, ini sengit banget nih, naik turun terus. Ayo guys. Lumayan loh, juara pertama dapat voucher plus dapat GoPay 50.000. Dan voucher ini juga berguna banget seperti kita udah tahu sebelumnya. Kalau misalnya sertifikasi itu sangat berguna dan dilihat banget nanti di industri kerja gitu. Jadi jangan sampai kalian ngelewatin kesempatan ini ya. Apalagi kalau kalian salah satu yang beruntung mendapatkan hadiahnya tapi nggak kalian pakai itu sayang banget. Iseng-iseng aja coba, siapa tahu memang skor kalian tinggi, lalu klaim aja deh hadiahnya. Kan secara gratis juga untuk 10 orang yang beruntung. Selain daripada itu, teman-teman juga nggak usah khawatir. Kalian kalau misalnya mau iseng-iseng tes dulu aja kalau memang mau diklaim sertifikatnya baru bayar. Tapi kalau nggak mau juga nggak apa-apa. Jadi kalau ikut tes doang tuh sebenarnya masih free ya, nggak berbayar. Jadi kalian nggak usah takut kalau misalnya ikut tes nanti buang duit atau lain sebagainya. Kalau kalian mau klaim sertifikatnya baru bayar, tapi kalau mau ikut tesnya doang masih free. Untuk teman-teman yang mungkin masih memiliki pertanyaan dan tadi sebelum sempat ditanyain atau belum kepikiran, bisa langsung nih kontak ke IG-nya Sir Felix atau ke PUX. Kalian bisa langsung tanya-tanya di sana, DM aja kalau punya pertanyaan lebih lanjut. Kalau misalnya pertanyaannya untuk Sir Tony atau untuk Mr. Mike, mungkin bisa diajuin sama Sir Felix dulu. Nanti Sir Felix sampaikan ke beliau-beliau ini. Oke nih, kita udah dapat belum ya nih pemenangnya? Kita tunggu dulu nih teman-teman yang lain masih ada yang mencoba 48 orang. Lomba-lomba ya. Sepertinya juara 1 udah kelihatan nih. Tapi kita tunggu dulu ya teman-teman ya. Mungkin ada teman-teman lain yang masih berusaha siapa tahu bisa mengalahkan yang di peringkat teratas. Oke, kita udah dapet 5 pemenangnya nih, 5 teratas. Ada nomor 1, ada Char atau ada Karni. Siapa nih? Aku tadi minta pakai nama panjang, sayangnya dia nggak tulis nama panjang. Boleh dong, Kar, siapa ya?
Halo, aku.
Oke, Carlin Megi. Boleh dong di on cam dulu. Panitia bisa bantu spotlight. Juara pertama, selamat pada Carlin Megi. Halo Carlin. Gimana nih tadi perasaannya selama ngikutin? Kamu juara 1. Selamat ya, kamu menangkan voucher sertifikasi secara gratis. Dan juga voucher GoPay 50.000. Gimana perasaannya?
Senang dong.
Selama acara berlangsung, apa nih insight-insight yang kamu dapat nih?
Lebih dari acaranya aku rasa pengen lebih keluar negeri gitu sih, buat lanjutin karirnya gitu.
Oke, thank you Carlin. Untuk hadiahnya kamu bisa klaim ke panitia, nanti ada di kolom chat ya. Panitia bisa bantu untuk kontaknya. Terus di kolom chat nanti Carlin bisa langsung hubungi panitia ya. Nah, untuk yang juara kedua nih, ada Alia H. Siapa nih Alia H? Masih ada di Zoom? Waduh, kayaknya sayangnya Alia tuh udah gak ada di Zoom ya. Nanti dia bingung nih mau ngechat panitianya gimana. Ada Alia? Ada Alia. Untuk juara ketiganya ada Dela. Dan juara keempat ada Griffin. Dan juara kelimanya ada Annabella Kanya Paramita. Selamat untuk para pemenang. Boleh dong untuk para pemenangnya bisa open kamera karena kita mau mendokumentasikan. Ada 5 pemenang nih, ada Kar, Alia, Della, Griffin, dan Annabelle Kanya. Boleh dong kalian open cam? Halo Kanya. Boleh dong teman-teman yang lain, ayo dibantu biar kita cepat. Ada Alia, ada Della, ada Griffin. Boleh bantu tolong langsung open cam? Oh sayang banget Griffin nggak bisa open cam ya. Mungkin yang lainnya ada Della dan yang lain. Della juga nggak bisa. Mungkin Alia dari tadi kayaknya nggak respon aku nih. Tapi mungkin ya udah kita untuk mempersingkat waktu kita langsung aja untuk para pemenang kita foto bareng dulu. Lagi maskeran nggak apa-apa maskeran. Mau sambil bobo masih di dalam selimut juga nggak apa-apa. Yuk open cam bentar aja. Ayo Alia open cam 3 detik dia 3 detik. Nah, Alia udah open cam, panitia bisa tolong spotlight? Iya. Ayo langsung. Oke, makasih untuk para pemenangnya. Sayangnya nggak bisa semuanya open cam. Untuk para pemenang bisa langsung menghubungi panitia dari kolom chat ya. Makasih untuk para pemenang. Berarti kalian benar-benar mendengarkan dengan baik nih, makanya bisa menjawab pertanyaan-pertanyaan yang sudah diberikan. Oke, yang belum menang jangan sedih dulu karena kita masih ada 5 kupon lagi di mana kita akan mendapatkannya itu dari door prize 3 dan juga 2 pemenang yang aktif dari tadi ya. Makanya kalian kalau misalnya ikut dari tadi pasti udah ngerti banget dan aku udah sebutin juga sebelumnya untuk 2 pemenang yang aktif bakal mendapatkan voucher dan dipilih oleh panitia. Oke, kita lanjut nih ke 3 pemenang beruntung dari door prize. Boleh langsung aja kita spin. Wah, banyak banget nih yang ikut partisipannya. Tapi kalau misalnya nama kalian muncul dan kalian nggak ada di Zoom, mohon maaf banget nih, kita bakal langsung ganti pemenangnya ya. Oke, kita spin nama yang pertama. Siapa ya kira-kira ya pemenang beruntung yang pertama? Iseng-iseng ikut bisa dapat hadiah kan nggak pernah tahu ya. Ke hokian-hokian kalian. Wah, selamat kepada Vanessa Decibel. Ada nggak ya kira-kira orangnya? Panitia bisa bantu. Vanessa ada nih, open cam dong yuk. Kita open cam dulu. Oke, kita lanjut. Kita sambil tunggu Vanessa, kita lanjut ke yang kedua. Siapa ya kira-kira pemenang kedua yang beruntung bisa mendapatkan voucher sertifikasi secara gratis? Mikaela Evanji. Adakah Mikaela? Wah, Mikaela ini ada gak ya? Oke, sayang banget nih Vanessa nggak bisa open cam. Untuk Mikaela nih, kita coba search namanya, ada perbedaan nama. Mungkin ini Mikaelanya sama atau beda, boleh langsung open cam aja. Kalau nggak bisa open cam, at least kasih tahu kita di kolom chat. Biar kita nggak salah. Kalau nggak, Angus nih, kita tunggu dulu ya. Coba kita spin dulu ke selanjutnya, biar nggak terlalu lama. Kita spin dulu ya, kita hold dulu Mikaela. Kalau misalnya nggak ada kabar sampai nama selanjutnya keluar, mohon maaf banget nih, kita harus angusin hadiahnya dan kita cari pemenang yang baru. Oke, Yuliana Angelina. Adakah Yuliana Angelina? Sayang banget nih kalau misalnya nama kalian udah keluar, tapi ternyata kaliannya nggak ada di Zoom. Sayang banget nih, Yuliana kayaknya nggak ada di Zoom. Oke, kita langsung lanjut lagi aja. Kita spin lagi, sayang banget ya. Mikaela masih belum ada kabar. Mikaela, kalau nggak kita angusin nih. Sayang banget kalau misalnya nama kalian udah keluar, tapi harus hangus. Yen Kwang Toro. Adakah? Sayangnya kayaknya nggak ada juga. Atau ini mungkin nama berbeda. Apakah Yen ada? Oke, Mikaela ternyata ada. Oke, Vanessa dan Mikaela ada. Cuman Yen kayaknya nggak ada nih. Kita spin lagi ya. Kita cari pemenang yang ketiga. Oh, mohon maaf banget nih. Ternyata Yen Kwang Toro ada. Cuman namanya berbeda. Makanya kita nggak temu nih. Oke, jadi mohon maaf Tiara. Kamu kurang beruntung. Kita langsung aja udah dapat 3 pemenang tadi ini. Ada Vanessa, ada Mikaela, dan ada Yen Kwang. Boleh dong ketiga ini untuk open cam. Apakah bisa? 3 detik aja, 3 detik untuk dokumentasi kita. Oke teman-teman, mohon maaf izin off cam ya udah biar kita mempercepat acara berlangsung. Untuk para pemenang bisa langsung kontak panitia di nomor yang udah diberikan di kolom chat ya. Untuk selamat untuk para pemenang dan 2 pemenangnya lagi nih. Ayo yang dari tadi aktif kira-kira siapa ya untuk para pemenangnya 2 aktif. Oke, kita bakal sebutin nih untuk 2 pemenang beruntung yang aktif. Yaitu ada yang pertama ada Vendia dan yang kedua ada Yani Cordova. Selamat untuk 2 pemenang ada Vendia dan Yani. Boleh untuk open cam? Wah, ada Vendia nih langsung aktif di kolom chat. Emang nih langsung aktif banget ya. Open cam dong. Hai Vendia.
Halo, C.
Halo, dan ada Yani juga. Halo Yani. Untuk Fendi itu dari Podomoro University ya?
Iya.
Kalau untuk Yani dari mana kalau boleh tahu?
Yani dari Pekanbaru, Kak. Universitas Pendidikan Riau.
Oh iya, lumayan jauh juga ya. Wow. Oke, gimana nih kalian berdua pasti mendapatkan insight yang banyak banget ya dari acara ini ya. Apalagi kalian dari tadi aktif dan bener-bener curious banget pengen nanya-nanya terus. Tapi sayangnya waktunya terbatas. Kalian berdua kalau misalnya masih memiliki pertanyaan, boleh langsung aja chat ke IG-nya PUX atau ke Sir Felix ya. Oke, kita dokumentasi dulu. Selamat untuk 2 pemenang kita yang paling aktif. Panitia bisa dibantu. Oke, terima kasih untuk Vendia dan Yani. Bisa langsung aja klaim hadiahnya ada di kolom chat ya. Langsung hubungi panitianya. Kita lanjutin untuk ini acaranya kita udah mau selesai nih. Nah, aku mau kasih tahu ke kalian kalau di kolom chat itu akan dibagikan link sertifikat. Di mana link ini hanya akan dibuka selama 15 menit. Dan setelah kalian mengisi link tersebut akan langsung mendapatkan sertifikatnya secara otomatis ke email kalian masing-masing. Nah, gimana kalau misalnya lewat dari hari ini kalian nggak mendapatkan sertifikat dan kalian protes atau klaim ke panitia, mohon maaf banget nih kita nggak bisa bantu. Makanya langsung buruan aja diisi linknya, isinya yang benar emailnya dan namanya, dan bila ada kendala langsung hubungi panitia agar bisa langsung ditindaklanjuti oleh panitia. Karena lewat dari hari ini bila ada kendala mohon maaf banget panitia nggak bisa bantu sama sekali. Diingatkan lagi untuk link ini hanya akan dibuka sekitar 15 menit. Jadi kalian langsung aja isi dan juga langsung dicek ke emailnya apakah mendapatkan sertifikatnya atau enggak gitu. Nah, kita udah di penghujung acara nih. Demikian acara Talkshow pada hari ini. Kami seluruh panitia ingin mengucapkan terima kasih kepada Mr. Mike, Mr. Tony, dan Sir Felix, dan juga Bapak Ruru sebagai Rektor Podomoro University, dan juga seluruh peserta yang sudah meluangkan waktunya untuk menghadiri acara Talkshow pada hari ini. Akhir kata, saya memohon maaf bila ada kesalahan kata dan juga kendala selama acaranya berlangsung. Saya Regina Mandakusno, mohon pamit undur diri dan sampai jumpa di kesempatan lainnya. Thank you for Mr. Mike, Mr. Tony, and Sir Felix, and for all participants who have been present on this talk show. I am Regina Mandakusno. Thank you and goodbye, and I will see you on another talk show. Bye-bye.
People always say that high school is the most memorable time in their life. And they are right. It is so memorable and beautiful, it made us forget about the next step. The next step, university. Luckily, I was able to find a place where I could study and still make good memories.
We always like to say that the future is still miles away. Therefore, we tend to forget about it. But after this place, it all changes.
Because of this place, I feel more reassured about the future. The grand name of Agung Podomoro makes me feel excited about the internship that I'm about to experience.
Recording stopped.
What if I never started singing? What if you never told your family you were leaving? When you felt the pressure, there's a million different reasons we shouldn't be together. But when I put it all together, it all comes back to you. I love it when the only light is me, you, and the moon. And baby, when I close my eyes, I'm thinking about if we never met. I'll be drunk waking up in someone else's bed. I'll be lost in a crowded room of fake friends. I wouldn't even know what love is if we never met.
Yeah. What if I would've left the party? What if you never looked twice when you saw me in your favorite sweater? Must have been for a reason, for worse or better. Cause when I put it all together, It all comes back to you. I love it when the city lights bring out all the blue. Like when I'm looking in your eyes and I realize
If we never met, I'd be drunk waking up in someone else's bed. I'd be lost in a crowded room of fake friends. I wouldn't even know what love is if we never met.
if we never met.
I won't give up on you if you will never give up on me. Anytime that you're off the beat, I'll put you on the groove and the key. I'm following you if you were always following